Europe. Peace reflections. Come on in. I never tried it before. I'm thankful. There's nothing in here. Oh wow. That is good. It's really good. Peace reflection, come on in. This will be one of those deep videos. I warn you. This is for the Indigos. In this video, I will be teaching you how to think. And I know a lot of people are already saying, mind control. Now, I'm going to teach you how to control your mind. To control your mind, you must know your mind. And in this download I'm going to be giving you today, we're going to be going deep. So strap in. You know how I do. This is going to be another one of them. I'm going to open your mind to those that have the capability of their minds to be open. I'm going to open your mind and give you a perspective that a different perspective, so to say. Share the video. Share this video on your page. Wow, that is really good. Coconut tea. Okay. How to think. How can I tell you how to think when you're already thinking? Well, we're conscious beings, so it's granted that we're thinking. Yet most people don't know how to think. And in this video, I will prove that to you and show you how to think. Today, I asked a question prior to this live that I'm on right now. You know, when we say I love myself, what we're ultimately saying is that I know myself. To love yourself is to know thyself. You can't love yourself unless you know yourself. You can't know yourself until you study yourself. You must study the way your mind works. And I tell you to study your astrology to understand how your mind works. Like I said, we all are conscious beings, meaning that we all are made of thoughts. We're thinking. The world that you're living in is nothing more than a result of how you think. Which means our world is ruled by our perception and interpretation of what is received and perceived by us. So through our perception, we form our lives. We form our actions. Before I can move out of this chair, I must make a judgment. That means we must form a decision to make, and then we are judges. This is what we do. We judge. We make decisions. Just to move, you have to make a decision. But just because you are conscious doesn't mean you know how to think. Well, who's to say you're right, Nature Boy, and I'm wrong? That's your perception. This is what they would say. That's your perception. Your perception and my perception, hey, what's real to you is real to you. What's real to me was real to me. That's bullshit. There is a righteous path. There is a right. There are wrongs, but there is an absolute right. How do we know what is the absolute right? Not about, oh, if that's how you perceive it, then that's what's real to you. That's bullshit. Just because you believe in something doesn't make it a fact or objective. A lot of people's perceptions are based in subjectivity. Now, these words, subjectivity is based on how you feel without any fact. It's just how you feel about it. A lot of water signs are subjective thinkers. They just go off how it feels. When it comes to understanding, your perspective should be based in objectivity, in fact. What is a fact? A fact can be proven over and over and over again. A fact is within the pattern of the matrix we call life. The pattern of your mind. Your mind has a pattern. If you can understand that pattern, then you will know what's right from wrong. Right? Wrong. There is an ultimate right. There is an ultimate wrong. Why? Because we have laws. The laws of nature allow us to realize that there is a such thing as an absolute righteous path. There's a right path and there's a wrong path because we have laws. And because there are laws, you could say all you want, well, that's your perception and this is mine. In the end, the truth will reign. There's only one way, truth, and life. And if you're not on that path, you're on the alternate route back to it. You are just going around and back, making a detour, pit stop, going around to come right back to the path of truth and righteousness. Now, outside this path is subjectivity, how you feel. The laws have nothing to do with how you feel, how you perceive reality. Most people perceive reality based upon subjectivity. Now, subjectivity is, how you feel about things. But if your feelings, which derives from your thoughts, you can't feel anything without thinking something first. Because feelings are the derivative or the vibration of thought. Thought being the frequency, feeling being the vibration of that frequency. You cannot feel away without thinking away. Always remember this. This is a very cool way of learning how to use your mind and how to think. Always remember, especially you water signs. A lot of water signs are emotional people, especially if Mercury is in a water sign. What you have is people that are ruled by their emotions. And see, this is sometimes the most unstable way of thinking because emotions change like the weather. And at the end of the day, the truth remains. So when Mercury comes into Virgo or Taurus, Mercury wants to analyze the situation and bring it practical, make it practical. What is the facts behind it? So if you want, to my water signs, people that have a lot of water in their chart, if you want to control your mind, you have to learn this simple concept. You cannot have a feeling without a thought. All feelings comes from thoughts. So something might happen to you, right? And someone might have passed that you cared about. They might have so-called died. The way you perceive death from thought will make you cry. Because of your perception, you're sad. Because of how you're thinking about it and perceiving it, because that's just one perception of it. That's one perspective of it. That's the way you're looking at it. But there's many perspectives on how you can look at it. If you base your perspective on fact, it's no way you can cry at a funeral. We about to go deep. Share the video. Why do you say that, Nature Boy? Well, I say that because of this. You cannot die Number one, you're living in a holographic universe, so if you see someone die, they didn't really die because they never really truly existed. Energy cannot be destroyed. It can only transfer from one. This is the facts. These are the facts. That person was a concept of an illusion within your mind, and that person can't die. As well as when you go to sleep, you wake up into another reality. When you die, you wake up into another reality. But that's the fact about it. So why are you sad? You're sad because you don't understand and you think about death subjectively, which is not based in fact. So you're sad. Your feelings are coming from your thought, and your thoughts coming from the perception that you have about death. If you had a clear perception about death, then you would more be neutral about it. And you would be looking for the person in another form. You would be looking for that energy of that person in another form. If you understood death for real, you would realize that this person's just making a transformation and they're going to come back in a different form. I'll meet them and know them in a different form. Matter of fact, this person's not actually real. It's actually my subconscious. So therefore, I can't be sad that it died. Or it transferred or made its transition. How can you cry knowing the truth? Here's the truth, which is objective fact. We based our thoughts in objective fact. So therefore, emotion is neutral. If you think about you lost someone and, oh my God, they died, look at that, you lost them. If you don't understand life from a clear perspective, objective perspective, then you're going to be sad. And your sadness, you live in because of your ignorance. You suffer and you perish. See, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. For God so loved the world, it gave its only begotten Son. S-U-N. And who shall ever be alive in it? The Son gives us our intelligence and consciousness. If you are to be alive or be connected to the sun, connected to the earth, eating from the earth, vibrating to the earth, then you will have the consciousness of the Son, and you shall not perish, but you shall have forever lasting life. See, we don't know how to think. We've been programmed to think the wrong way. A lot of it has to do with our astrological energy. And we're about to go deep. We're about to go real deep. Share this video. Today, I'm going to be giving you the most clearest perspective of life that you ever can have. Today, I'm going to show you what life really is. I'm going to expose reality to you. Share the video if you care about your friends and so-called family members, so that I may articulate this something very complex, very clear to you. Today, I'm going to help my reflection understand how life works and how to think. This is how life works. The external world that appears to be external of you. Your friends, family, reality is all in your mind. Your body, it's all in your mind. This is you.com. This is the most clearest perspective that you can have on reality. Although we go back to sleep, I tell you this in these videos, you will go back to sleep. Why? Because your environment doesn't allow you to stay awake. Your habits and prejudice will not allow you to stay awake to understand reality and live in the truth. This is why you must come out of your lower self so that you will have the power to stay awake. Vibrating high is staying awake. To stay awake, you must constantly be reminded of what reality is, and so it becomes second nature for you to have the objective, pure perspective of life. Everything you see outside is inside of your mind. Matter of fact, you can't see the outside world. There is no outside world. You are living inside of your mind. Your body is your mind. It is a projection of your mind. Your mind is making you think or feel that you have a body, while you are just pure consciousness. You are God. You are the observer. Nothing is outside of you. You are actually experiencing your astrological programming. You're playing a piece of your own consciousness. Let me say that again. You are playing a role within a piece. You're playing a piece of your own consciousness, which is God, all that exists. You are the observer. Without you, nothing, without you receiving electrical signals and perceiving it through your astrological programming, you will not understand anything, because nothing would exist without you thinking. Everything is formed through thought. Your reality is shaped. Each and every one of us have a different reality. We had different parents. We had different upbringings. We had, different situations that we grew up in. Those situations are reflections of your astrological programming, which is your astrological chart. Your astrological programming came from your prior actions from your last life that you lived, and were created by these laws. You see, you made your mind. Now you have to live in it. You made your mind, now you have to live in it. Okay, so you have your astrological programming. We're going to go deep. You have your astrological programming. Your astrological programming is the results of your last life. So this life you have to live through you have to elevate through the obstacles of your astrological programming. Whew. We're about to go deep. The key is to know thyself. To know thyself is to know your astrological programming. Why is it important for you to know your astrological programming? Because that is the mechanics of your mind, and your mind is being projected as the reality that you live in. So if you want to control your mind and you want to control your life, you must understand the mechanics of your mind, which is projecting you your life. If you know thyself by understanding your astrological programming, what this entails is that you will be able to acknowledge the pattern of your mind. When you acknowledge the pattern of your mind, you realize that everything external, from your parents to the people to the situations to the place that you even were born, even how your physical body looks, it's nothing more than a result of your astrological programming. When we become to know thyself, we will realize that the kingdom of God is within you. You are this is the kingdom. And you are sitting at the throne of the kingdom that you created. You are God. And you are within your own mind. The kingdom of God is within you. You are living in your own mind as a result of your past life's actions. Now, you created all of this. Say it with me, I created all of this. Everything that, just because you feel like you can't control it. See, our sense of control doesn't go past our perception of who we are, doesn't go past our five senses, okay? Because our five senses are what we're in control of and what we feel that we're in control of. So therefore, our mind plays a trick on us that we are only controlling our five senses, but don't realize that about the subconscious. This is your conscious mind, which you can control, is with your conscious mind. But you don't realize that you're also controlling your subconscious mind, whether you know it or not. The goal is to awaken to understanding how to reprogram or understand your astrological energy. You must transcend your astrological energy. This is your karma. This is the result of your actions. And everything has law and order and programming and structure. And if you can understand this mathematical structure, you can master life. You can become the master of your reality. If you can study, seek ye the kingdom of God first. Everything else is easy. Once you seek you and understand your programming first, everything else will come easy. Share the video. We're going to go deep. I didn't give you a download yesterday. I was resting. I'll make up for it today. You are living in your own mind. You go to sleep, you wake up, and you're sleeping while you're woke. Why? Because you don't know that what's going on really. And I'm going to awaken you today. I'm going to shake you up and wake you up today. And even in this moment, I tell you all of these things and awaken you in this moment. 10 minutes later, you will go back to sleep. Why? Because your reality grants you to go back to sleep. Your environment, the way your programming is, makes you go back to sleep and go back into the dumb shit that you know not to do. It is not until you tap into understanding your will, which is your Mars. You look in your Mars and look at the house it's in. And you say, this is why I don't have the strength and the drive to make what happened what I know. Why am I weak like this? Well, maybe in your past life, if you look into that report, you were someone that abused that ability. In this life, you don't have that drive. And you have to experience that. But I tell you, right now, if you know your weakness, it becomes your strength. If you know your weakness, it becomes your strength, because now you know what's wrong. It's like having a car and you're driving it. And when you turn the key, you know you got to turn it a certain way or it ain't going to turn on. Now, if somebody else try to drive your car, you're going to be like, I got to tell you what the weakness is so that it don't be a weakness, that you know exactly how to maneuver it so that the car will turn on. Once you know your weakness, it becomes your strength, because it doesn't have to be affect you. But see, if anybody else that get in your car try to drive your car, they wouldn't know how to turn the car on. But you know how to turn the car on because you know what's wrong with your car. So if you're driving down the road and you have maybe a tube that goes loose, right? A tube that goes loose all the time. It's a tube that's connected to your coolant fluid. And so your car will run hot when the tube pops off. And you just have to get one of those Titan rings so that you can keep it snugged around the pipe so that the coolant can flow through the tube. But you just been neglecting to get it. So when your car run hot, you don't panic. Why? Because you know what the problem is. You're like, oh, it's the tube. Hold on. I got to go get some water and I got to go get some coolant, put it back in because it came out. And so you put it back in, your car turn on and you ride. Okay, that's the power of knowing your weaknesses. But when you don't know your weakness, you in the world of hell. When you don't know your mind, you in the world of hell, because now you just in the dark. You don't know what's going on. You on the side of the road and you like, fuck. Now you got to go over here and get a mechanic. Now you got to go over here and do this, do that, do that, do this, and you don't know what this person might tell you what's wrong, and then you got to pay this and this. You see? You're constantly trying to find out. And today I want to give you the clearest, most objective perspective on life. Check this out. You are living inside of your own mind. And your mind is a tricky thing. It is a hell of a thing. It is an amazing thing. It makes you think you have a body. It's a super duper amazing thing. I'll give you an example. You're in this dream, right? You go to sleep, you're in this dream. and there's a tiger in your dream, and this tiger's attacking you, and you're like, you're running away, and it feels so real. The tiger is coming after you. What you don't realize, because you're not conscious in a dream, is that you are the tiger. The tiger is a part of your subconscious mind, or something you're not dealing with in this realm of waking life. It's a part of you. It is you. It's attacking you because you're attacking yourself. And when you realize this key thing, you can turn that tiger into a little kitten. There's no panic. There's no fear. There's only love, which is understanding. This is when you're able to stop in the middle of the dream and say, you're not a tiger. You're a little kitten. Oh, really? Yeah, because I believe so and I said so. And that deep thing in your subconscious, see, your subconscious mind is a motherfucker. Whoo, that's where you need to get. You need to get in control of your subconscious mind. Why? You live inside your mind. Every person, child that's come out of, so-called came out of your body, life is tricky, and I'm about to wake you up real quick. You ready? Everything, every being that has existed outside of you is inside of you. Your subconscious mind plays a mean trick on you. See, this is why you cannot lie, because life is a mirror. Everything is a mirror of your mind, of you. This is you.com. You cannot lie. You cannot steal from yourself. You cannot. This is why they say these laws, because you are living within your own mind. And so you will be tested by your own mind. If you can grasp this one key understanding, and that is that you are living within your mind, and everything from your children to the people in your life, your so-called family, it's all an illusion. It's a game you're playing with yourself, God. These people, these situations, they feel so real. But what is real? They feel so real. Everything feels so real, but the wise, the conscious, understand that it's all yourself. The illusion of separation. You see, your mind makes you think that you're this body. And you're limited to this body. Why? Because you can only control the body. You feel that I'm separate from everything else, because when I move my fingers, that tree doesn't move. Only I move. So this is who I am. This body. See? I can move my fingers, but that tree doesn't move, so that must be separate from me because I can't manipulate it. But the contrary is true. Just because you cannot seemingly manipulate the tree doesn't mean the tree is not you. The tree is your subconscious mind. You cannot consciously control it. Your girlfriend, your so-called boyfriend, your child, you feel that they are separate from you because you cannot manipulate them like you manipulate your body, and you're limited by your body, and your body makes you feel, because you can't manipulate them in some kind of way, that they are separate from you and they're moving on their own. But truly, they are your subconscious mind, as if you was in a fucking dream. We're about to go deep. We're about to go deep. Go a little deeper. If you can somehow grasp the perspective that you're in a dream and this is your subconscious mind, you will be awake and you will stay awake. And you will be God and you will rule. If you can somehow grasp the perspective that everything is your fault. Oh, God. Here we go. Take responsibility. Oh, no, no, no. We don't do that. We do not do that. Oh, no, no, no. Who did this to you? I did. I did. You ready? Here we go. You made not only your mother and father, you made every situation that you're in, and actually it is your subconscious mind playing itself to you. Life is a mirror playing itself to you. Every situation that you're in, every person that you fucking attracted to you in your life is you. It's a part of you. You must conquer. Everything is obstacles. Obstacles. And you must know the laws of nature. If you know the laws and you keep the laws of thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, if you keep the Ma'at law, you cannot go wrong. But see, and I said this earlier, everybody's a saint. Everybody is righteous until it's time to sacrifice. Till it's time to let some shit go that you truly care about. Till it's time to sacrifice. See, this is chess, not checkers. Your attachments are your obstacles. So you must keep the morals. So when your attachments start to detach, and your mind has to keep the morals, but you can't keep the person. You got to keep the morals. You can't keep the person. You got to keep moving. You got to let go. But you're not going to let go because you and your perception in your mind believe the way you're thinking makes your perception believe that this person, you cannot live without them. When this person is truly you, a part of you that you must graduate. And it's an illusion. And you must keep a healthy perspective on life to elevate past the tests that are going to come to you. See, your mind is a tricky thing. Your mind, you can't hide from it. You don't get away with nothing. Your mind knows who you are. And because your mind knows who you are, it knows how to fuck with you. It knows how to send you that right person. It knows all your weaknesses. See, it knows all the things that you're hiding. It's going to bring you everything you need to expose yourself to yourself. But guess what we do? See, that's the narrow road. The narrow road is to take responsibility for what you did. And only think about what you did wrong and elevate and make yourself better and be perfect. But see, no, the narrow road is hard to stay on because nobody wants to be the blame. Nobody want to be wrong. Well, how you going to grow? How you going to elevate until you see where you wrong? You're going to have to elevate. But in order for you to elevate, you have to take responsibility for what you did wrong in the situation. It's not about the other person. What did you do wrong? How did you go wrong? The other person might have been dead ass wrong for doing whatever they did to you. But how? How did this person be attracted to you? This must have been some kind of subconscious demon that was already sitting inside of you that your mind, because you're living in your mind, has attracted to you through people, places, and things. And what do? See, the narrow road is someone that's on the narrow road. Someone says, yo, nah, damn, I fucking fucked up there. Oh, that's why I attracted that person, because my Mercury is here and my Saturn is here. And then this is why, okay, Saturn was in this position and then my position of Saturn attracted this situation to me. And look at that. That's so, and the wise, the conscious always are looking at self and always are bettering self and saying, damn, my mind is crazy. So now when people come in your life, first thing you're going to do is you're going to isolate. You're going to hit the reset button. Whoa, 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 whoa. Boop, isolate. Then watch your mind work. When you isolate yourself, you put yourself at 0 point. Nobody in your life, nothing in your life. Change your phone number, everything. Only put in one at a time. And this is when you start to understand the pattern of your mind. Because you are not bombarded by energies. You're actually letting energy in one by one. This way you can see and start to, and if you become the observer of your own mind and of your own things that you got going on, you study, then you observe. You study, and then you observe. You look at your natal chart, and then you observe your reality, look into your past, see the pattern, then look into your present, look at the pattern, and this is the objective way of perceiving reality. Once you see the pattern and people that you attract and situations that you attract, look into your past life and realize this is all that you needed to go to get with. You realize, well, none of this is real. This is all me.com. Everything is testing me for me to level up. I need not to attach myself to things, but grow through things. I need to grow through these people. I needed that person to hurt me so I can know how to love myself. This person showed me how to love myself. I'm glad I had this person abuse me, because now I know that I have to give myself better than that. The reason why I attracted that person in my life was my subconscious that person was. See, we want to blame the catalyst. We want to look at the catalyst and say, you know what? It's his fault. It's her fault. Look at what they did. Look at what da-da-da-da-da-da. We always want to blame the catalyst. This is why we stay on that wide road where everybody else is on. Babylon is the lower self, where everybody resides in hiding from themselves, making themselves to be whatever they think they are, not what they really are, not facing their real problems, but they're just following along and lying to themselves. That's what Babylon is. Self-hatred, not self-ignorance, not even knowing yourself, not even studying yourself, having knowledge of self. Life is about knowing yourself, and the more you know yourself, the more you become conscious of you are God. The I am. This is me. It's no excuse. I did this to myself. I'm at where I'm at because of how I think. I don't know how to think. That's why I'm in the position I'm in. I can't give nobody advice. Look at my life. Look at my external world. My external world is a reflection of how I think. And as I look at my world, I'm in no position to teach anybody anything. Because look at my external world. This is a result of how I think. The situation I'm in right now is a result in how I think. Even as a child, this is a result. I created my mom and dad in my situation that I came in. Everyone that abused me in my life was nothing more than the result of something that I did in my past life. So it's myfault.com. This is me.com. And there's no excuse because I'm the only thing in existence. You are the only thing in existence. Just because you can't manipulate it doesn't mean it's not you. It is a part of you that you cannot manipulate consciously. Well, you could do it consciously, and I'm going to show you how to do it consciously. By isolation. You consciously detach from everything. Nothingness. Get to the neutral point. This way, when things come in your life, you have focus. You have focus. Then you can see yourself. Everybody is showing you yourself. Everything is showing you yourself. You have to see what it is. Now, there's a big misconception about the law of attraction. You see, people are trying to tell you how life works. Yourself is trying to tell you how life works, and these people only can give you hints. Here it is. The law of attraction doesn't work like you think it works. People think, oh, if I vibrate to this frequency, then this must happen. Yeah, that is true. But while that is true, do you know what you're going to go through just to get there? Just because you're a light being and you have all this consciousness and you think you know something, yeah, well, the more you know, the more you will be tried. The more you will have to prove that you are who you say you are. Oh, you're God. Oh, you're a queen. Or you're a king. Well, good. Here's some everybody's a king and a fucking queen and a fucking God until you have to prove that you are God. Until you have to sacrifice. Until you have to let go of something that you truly cared about. It's called the universe for a reason. Because it's you. It's you.com. This is you. Your life is you. Everything you see around you is you. What you choose to connect to says everything about who you truly are. Says everything about your heart. Look at your external environment. This is who you are currently. Is that who you are? Well, vibrate higher. And in order to vibrate higher, you must be tested. You must sacrifice. You're going to have to let things go. You're going to have to let the illusion of things go. It's your subconscious mind. Life is but a dream. Row your boat. Life is but a dream. And everything in your dream, external to you, is your subconscious. Your subconscious is here as a catalyst to show you yourself, for you to prove yourself. These are proving grounds. Here is where you prove yourself. You are here to prove yourself through sacrifice. A lot of you, through your astrological program and your habitual mind, your habits, through your astrological program, have created yourself a life that has embezzled you in fuckery. And for you to pass to become God again, you are going to have to die many times to become God again. Why? Because you're going to have to, it's going to feel like dying to let your child go. It's going to feel like dying to let that job go, the security go. And the higher you go, the more you're walking by faith. The higher you go, the less you know where your income is coming. The less you will know. Because to be God is to say something and it happens. And to wait with faith and confidence. And because you said it's going to happen, it comes. And just when you're at that level, people say, well, how do you make an income? It's hard to explain to you guys. I don't know where my money is coming from, but it comes. Why? Because I believe that I belong here. I have been tried. See, my universe knows me. It knows what I like. My subconscious is a tricky motherfucker. See, it knows I like pretty women. Oh, my subconscious mind knows me. So the demons that I've had has come through woman. Beautiful woman. See, a man, fuck all that. Me and men gonna bump heads immediately. I ain't having it, nigga. Like, what up? What's up, nigga? I'm gonna always, another man is another force, and I'm gonna be like, what up? But see, the devil knew how to slip. See, my mind knows how to slip in. The devil knew how to slip in. He gonna come to me through a sweet woman. Oh, she batting them eyes, the pretty body, that soft body, that beautiful face. Ooh, come on in, baby. And see, the only thing that's kept me where I'm at is the fact that I've never broken the laws. So when the woman that's come along, and which were my mind, which was my test, which was my subliminal mind, testing me, oh, you're God, huh? Oh, you're supreme being. Okay, good. Let's see if you're supreme being. I'm going to send you this woman. Here's a whole bunch of money. I was given $300,000. Do you know what I did with it? I gave it away. Can you give $300,000 away? Can you say no to beautiful woman in your face that try you? And people see people leaving melanation. Oh, they leaving melanation. They leaving. Don't realize that's me leveling up. Every fucking time. I was tried by my subconscious. And I leveled up every single time. Where are those people at now? Where am I at now? I'm leveling up every single time. I've been tried, proven, tested, approved that I am who I am. Oh, your subconscious knows what you like. It knows how to bring it to you too. It knows your weakness. It knows you. You can't hide from your mind. Your mind knows who the hell you are, man. It knows your weakness, and it will slide in to test you. But see, I never break the laws of my yacht. I never break the laws. My laws are set in. Why? Because my Saturn's in Libra. in the 11th house, exalted. My Saturn's in Libra in the 11th house, exalted. So it brings me law and balance and structure. So therefore, no one can ever come to me, no matter how much they test me, they never could come to me in any form of my own mind. Soon as you break the law, I get in your ass. I'm about that law. No woman, nobody, nothing has been able. I was given money. I gave that shit back. Oh, you blew off, and then your demons, your shadow demons will say this to you. This is what your shadows will say to you. Your shadow, now your shadows are the little voice behind your head. Little thoughts people write, but it's your mind. This is what little thoughts people write. You blew 300,000. You're nothing. You got people, you got your shadows all the time. When you go on my YouTube, I see my shadows. They're trying to break me. They're saying, Nature Boy's a demon. Nature Boy's a fraud. And Nature Boy's, this your demons. Your shadows, can you deal with them? Now, I'm not saying your life might be public, but it's going to happen to you too. You're going to get tried through your family and friends. They're going to talk about you. Can you still remain? Through all the talk, through all the breaking of my spirit, trying to break my spirit, they never got me. They never got me. Who's they? Me. I'm only fighting myself. But I realize this, and I'm leveling up, and I prove that I am God. You cannot say you are a king. You cannot say you are a queen and not prove it. You must prove it. A king and a queen is fit for the position to make decisions that are sacrificial at times. You must be able to sacrifice. You must be able to make big girl, big boy decisions. Oh, I've had the sweetest woman. The sweetest tell has came to me. They've gotten close. My subconscious is fucked up because my subconscious, no. See, when I was a little boy, I was a horny little motherfucker. I see the patterns in my own life because when I was a little boy, I used to sweep this Indian dude's, this little store, right, in the neighborhood, just for porno magazines. I didn't care if it was a white woman or a black woman. I was a horny little motherfucker, y'all. I used to jerk off all the time, bro. Like, and I know that sex to me, I love it. I had to understand it. 10 years, I was a male entertainer. I lived that life in that world. I understand everything is sex now in my life. I understand through sex, I understand life. Everything is intercourse. Everything is sex. Whether food you eat, people you deal with, sex is nothing but an exchange of energy. It's a sacred exchange of energy. Life is a sacred exchange of energy. And so my subconscious mind knows that I like a woman, man. I love beautiful women. As soon as I see them, I'm like, I'm weak. Oh, and don't let her be natural. Don't let her be all natural. Don't let her be all 10. Oh. So it's Cameron. I have 9 wives this year. 9 wives. Each one I leveled out. Fuck out of here. No, the law says this. And it reminds me of Job in the Bible, the story of Job in the Bible, when the devil was walking through and said to God, I bet you I can make Job curse your name. And Job lost everything. And the last person, this is Job in his mind, the last person to try to break him was his wife. You see how the devil is able to use, the devil is your lower self. The self-hatred you have within your own self plays out into your reality. Shit, it's always there. It's always in the background. They call you shadows. They're always doubting everything in your background. It's always saying, but what if you don't? You got to be able to fight them demons. Do you have what it takes astrologically to fight every demon that will come along to allow you to vibrate high enough, then stay there? Some people make it up, whoop, they make it bust so far and fall off. They make it all and then they fall off. Because it's very few that take that righteous path and stay on it. That's why it's a narrow, beaten road. Very few can take seeing their demons. You know, I seen my reflections come here, face their demons, being shown their demons, and take off. And because they joined my shadows, my shadows is like, fuck Nature Boy, he's a demon. They all go join that campaign just so they can cover up the fact that they were scared when they seen their demons. And I seen that part of myself run. I refuse. No amount of money, no sweet pussy, nothing will ever get in the way of my righteous path, my laws. And you can ask any woman I've ever dealt with. I left children. I left money, success in that world, in my lower self. I left it all. People will tell you, this nigga done lost his fucking mind. This is what my lower self thought. My reflections, my shadows, my lower self said, yo, Bishop, you really gonna let all this go? Nigga, I made that. It didn't make me. I made it. And if I made it, that means I could walk away and make it again. I am God. I did that with my mind. See, y'all don't know who y'all are. And I had to tell myself that. Look in the mirror and tell myself I did that. I could walk away from it all and make it all back. Why? Because I made it. I'm God. I created it with my mind. And that means I could create it again. I will destroy it and I will create it again. I'm going to be Nature Boy now. And people looked at me like I was fucking crazy. My shadow, my motherfucking reflection looked at me and said, nigga, what? This is what my reflection, my life said to me. My whole life said, you gonna do what? I said, I'm gonna be a spiritual teacher. See, me, I imagined myself already there. I had all this information and knowledge and I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna turn the camera on and I'm gonna share it. They like, nigga, you got a business right here making 10 G's a month when you ain't even gotta work and you gonna let this go? I said, hell yes, because I did it. I'm the one that made that happen. That didn't make me happen. I made that happen. Therefore, I can destroy it and do it again in another form. I'm going to put my energy and the same amount of energy I put in to make that business successful. I will put that same energy to help humanity and help my reflection and watch me be just as great as I was as a barber, owning a barber, and as a businessman, owning the business. I will get online and I will create a spiritual classroom. And I will be Nature Boy. I made Nature Boy. Hey, in the streets, I was King Bishop. Very successful. In my lower self. I left it all. Gave it all away. Shoes, sneakers, clothes, all that. And then when I came into my higher self, someone gave me money. It's like my universe knew that I knew that I was going to do what I said I was going to do and nothing was going to break me. So someone came and gave me $300,000 to start up what I was going to do. And with that $300,000, I spent it on people, humans, trying to help people. I didn't know where my money was coming from. People were like, well, how do you make money? How do you pay for this? This house? I did not know this house was going to be here. I did not know I was going to be in the middle of a fucking mountain. All I knew is I had a good intent to go do what I was going to do, and I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I was going to do it. And I was not going to be broken. And I was not going to take a no for an answer. Why? Because this is my reality. It's going to happen because I said it's going to happen. And I had focus and imagination, and I visioned, and nothing was able to come disturb me. My subconscious mind has been trying to break my spirit ever since then. It has came in many forms. Comes in sweet woman. The women stick around you. They come around, and this is my mind. My mind has brought me woman. Your mind might bring you a man, and you might be stuck in how people feel about you, around you, as far as family members. You might be stuck. You're stuck because you don't want to do something because you're scared of how people are going to look at you. That's your mind playing a trick on you. You got to break it. Your family is just a reflection of you. And that might be a lower self. And you're going to have to fight it. And you got to level up. So the women, they come, they soft, they love me, they kiss me, they hug me, and they wait. They wait. My subconscious is a fucker because it waits till I'm in my most weakest moment. I've watched it. I've watched it through a woman many times. Wait till I'm in my most weakest moment. And then that's when they strike. And I said, look at this shit here. Look at what this person about to go and do. Oh my God. Y'all left. Y'all left. And I said, look at this shit here. And then right behind that, BP left. This is all my mind trying to break me. Not trying to, but these are my obstacles I've had to face. But you see, I knew, and I would be a public example, that when you vibrate high, you will be tried. You have to be tried. They're going to try you. Your subconscious is going to bring you what you need. It's going to look sweet. It's going to come like, oh, yeah. They got to get right where you can let your subconscious. If your subconscious would just let you see itself from the beginning, then it wouldn't be a test. So it has to get close to you. It has to get attached to you. And so your attachments, you know that your attachments is where the demons can be used. So you keep in your mind like, okay, this person is my subconscious, and at any time, my subconscious can flip on me just to try me through this person. This is the only way it could try me, through this person, or this device right here. Some words could be said, and you know these people that came along in my life, it was these devices, these cell phones. People kept taunting the people around me that weren't strong enough. And I was trying to teach these people that, but I realized that these people with my subconscious, this shit deep, right? This shit deep. They kept being on the phone, and they were succumbed by their own demons, which were, and I was like, wow. It's like if you study the people around you, they have their weaknesses, and their weakness can become your demon, the one that tries you, their weakness. If you can study the people around you, you can see their weakness, and you can see how they're going to try you. And when you see how they're going to try you, like, my subconscious is deep, because I'm living in my mind, and my mind got its own mind, and got their own mind, and their mind got their own mind, and their mind got infinite amounts of subconscious minds playing on each other. And if you don't be able to peep that, you will never be able to level up. You'll never be able to take the obstacles as they come. You are living in your own mind. And until you start taking responsibility, I said, damn, a long time ago, I said, yo, as far as the world go, I got to be the change. I can't wait for people to come with me. I got to lead by example. I'm not a drop in the ocean. What I do affects everything. So I'm going to be living different. I'm going to do different. I'm going to talk different. And in that, from the very first day, if you go to my very first video, you see my levels. When you see me screaming like, yo, duh, that was me fighting my own shadows. I was fighting my own shadows in the video. You see me screaming, everything is free. These people are demons. I'm screaming. And my demons are sitting right in my video. My own shadows are sitting with me, around me. You can't run from yourself. But at least I'm in an isolated environment where I can see it. If you in Babylon, it's going to hit you from every wiggle way. You don't even know what the hell. You think this is life. But I'm in an isolated situation, so when people come to me, I can see it clearly in each and every individual. I'm like, wow, look at me. Look at this. Look at this part of me. You can't be here. You can't be here no more. Why? Because that's some foul shit you did. Well, I'm leaving. No, okay, I ain't going to say nothing about you. And they go say something about you. And it's like, wow, this is amazing. When you start to see the patterns of your mind, and you're like, whoa, I'm amazing. Because I keep leveling up. You think that you're going to vibrate high and not get tested? You're going to get tested. You might not get tested the way Nature Boy get tested, but your mind got his own little package. It got his own. You come with your own little package deal. Huh? I love my self-reflection. They cutting me off. Y'all share this video, man.